So this is approximately 3 months progress. Not doing a great deal better, I don't think. Keep trying a few different bits and bobs. One of the problems I'm having is a pick. Can't do upstrokes very well. Seem to be able to do upstrokes all right without using a pick. But yeah, using it up tends to flip it out of my hand sometimes. Anyway, let's just show you a little bit of what we've been up to. So one of the things I'm up to at the moment is trying to do a C chord. And I've got little finger problems. I have a flying little finger. Wants keeping down a little bit, but I find that difficult. And I also have the problem of the thumb going and ending up over here, which isn't good when it's on the back. So anyway, trying to get around that, keep concentrating on that and then losing what I'm doing other places, but that's what happens. Then we're in a G. Seem to have got the A's to D's to E. Okay, now it's taken a while. When I'm playing faster, and especially when I'm playing upstrokes with a pick, I seem to lose my way very easily. See what it happens. Whereas if I don't use a pick, I seem to be able to yeah, that sort of thing. Still trying to find some tunes to sort of play which I know really. I'm using a book and it's got like quite a few Bob Dylan sort of things, which I don't really know a lot of Bob Dylan, to be honest. I know of him, I know sort of some of the songs that he did, but I don't quite know how they go in my head, to sort of get an idea of where I'm going. One of the ones that I do know a little bit is this one. Oh, I'm saying I know it and then can't do it. Forget halfway through. if anybody recognises that, or even if you don't, that's supposed to be candle in the wind, which I know how that goes, so I've got a good idea of what I'm doing, what I'm trying to get. It's very difficult when you don't know the tune you're trying to get, because you don't know in your head how it should be played or anything. So yeah, we'll get there. Maybe I ought to pick a few of these and listen to them and then get it in my head a bit. Yeah, one I do like, but I can't play. It's really above my level, but I enjoy trying to get it sometimes to sound something like is. And then it goes on to some real stretchy bits, which I ain't even going to attempt at the moment. But that's supposedly Albatross from Peter Green. There's a few other tunes that I like of Peter Green's that I'd like to learn, but yeah, finding the tab for them and things like that's very difficult. Another one what I'd like the tab for, I don't seem to have found anywhere. By tab, I'm not talking about musical note tab. I need the string, the string position and fingers. Really, I don't know whether that's called tab or what you'd call that. But another one I'd like's Stranger on the Shore, Acapulco. But I've seen it played on guitar a few times, and yeah, quite good. Yeah, like that. In fact, there's one on YouTube. Oldest chap. Yeah, he can play it. Yeah, I like the way he plays. So nice. Anyway, that's sort of showing you some of the progress I'm doing. As I say, I seem to be able to A, D, E. I think that's what they are. G. I'm not sure what they call that one. That's the second fret. Fourth and fifth string. I have to count them because I work the other way around. Because the other way around. And as I say, I'm trying to C. C is I find very difficult. Possibly because I've got sort of really thick finger ends, and I catch 2 or 3 strings what I shouldn't be doing. I sometimes find it easier to work backwards to get my finger layout, and hopefully from there it will come, so I can just sort of put them down in the right places if I do it often enough. Yeah, but But I must say the upstroke I find very difficult, and I end up with my fingers like that on the pick, which, yeah, is a bit stretched out really, is the pick. It wants to be, I know people keep saying keep it close, but mine seems to travel from there to there and then flips out. I'm sure everybody's had this problem. But at the moment I'm finding I can do better. With my fingers rather than with the pick, so yeah, I don't know. It's one of them. I'm going to have to get used to it. The other thing I'm having bother with is like doing a down, down, and then an up and down, up, down. But if I do it down, see, if I try doing an upstroke, I tend to end up hitting the same string as what I've just hit. But I've moved my finger, so then I'm muting that string with my other finger. So getting these old fingers working's yeah, a bit of an issue as well. But you know, we'll get there. Main thing is, I'm enjoying it, and that's the only bit of advice I can give anybody, really. Don't watch this to learn how, you won't. But if you enjoy it, keep doing it. If you don't enjoy it, well, you know, try until you do, because it's well worth it. Or I think so anyway. So that's all for this video. Personally, I do this for me, so I can look back and see what it's like, but putting it on YouTube saves it longer than what I would if it was on my phone, and I can look back on it and see how I've done, and that's the idea of doing this. Maybe in a year's time I'll look back at this and think, never got any better. But, you know, that's life, you know. But I will keep trying. It's something I'm enjoying at the moment, and I'm going to keep going and keep going because there's things I want to know how to play, and I think that's one of the things. If you have something in your head what you know you want to do, you'll do it eventually. Cheers, bye.